This is January 2017, Unit 4. Which of the following is not a fundamental particle? You can also use the chat to just state the answer if you think right about the right answer. So which one of them is not a fundamental? Look, only 12 fundamental particles are there. One is a lepton family, another one is a quark family, like lepton family. Yeah, that's right. So pion, because this is neutrino, this is a lepton family, this is a quark family. Like quark is there, quark can be of 6 types. But pion is actually a meson, which is a combination of quark and anti-quark. Then which of the following could be correct unit for magnetic flux density? So magnetic flux density, basically strength of a magnetic field of B. So we have the formula flux is equals to B dot A. Flux is Weber. B we don't know. And what about A? Area is meter square. So it is Weber per meter square. That is 1. But there is no Weber per meter square. Then what else can be a unit? The formula which relate the force length F is equals to BIL. So F divided by L, IL is equals to B. So F is a force, Newton, I is a current, ampere, and S is a length, meter. So when we simplify, it will be Newton, ampere inverse, meter inverse. So Newton, ampere inverse, meter inverse. So C should be the right answer. Is it clear, this one? Question 3 and 4 refers to the following situation. And a toy airplane is being spun around on a piece of string. Which of the following changes would require to increase the tension? Because as it is moving in a circular path, the force applied is a centripetal force. And in this example, because the force is applied by using a string or a wire, so we call that as a tension. So centripetal force is equals to mv square over r. It depends on mass, it depends on the speed, and it depends on the radius of a circular path. We want to increase, so either increase the mass, increase the speed, or reduce the radius. So decreasing the angular velocity, and in terms of angular velocity, v is equals to r omega. So if I substitute r omega here, it will be mr omega square, mr square omega square, and r will cancel with, so it will become f is equals to mr omega square. So if angular velocity is decreased, if we decrease angular velocity, the force will also decrease. So it won't correct. Decreasing the mass, if I decrease the mass, centripetal force will. Decreasing a time period of rotation. Look, what is the effect of time period? The formula omega is equals to 2 pi f or 2 pi divided by t. If the time period is decreased, it means omega will increase. If omega will increase, what happened to the tension or the centripetal force? That will also increase. So C will be the right answer. Is it clear, this one? The next one, the toy airplane makes 14 full revolution in 6 seconds. Which of the following give angular velocity in radian per second? So first we have to convert this revolution into radian. So 1 revolution is equals to 2 pi radian. So if you have 14 revolution, it will be x radian cross multiply, so 28 pi radian. And then 6 seconds, so it will be 28 pi divided by 6. So 28 pi divided by 6 is approximately This is B is the right answer. 14 multiplied by 2, 28 pi divided by 6. So B will be the right answer. Next, question 5. In early 20th century, experiments were carried out to measure the scattering of alpha particle. That was the Rutherford experiment. And particle after striking a thin foil, which of the following could not be concluded? Yeah, that's true. The nucleus contained most of the mass. That is true. This one is correct. The nucleus made of nucleus is charged, that we can say, but what nucleus consists of, like specifically neutron and proton are there, that we cannot say. Nucleus is charged and nucleus is very small compared to atom, we can predict, but B cannot be. B is like not a valid, not the conclusion from the experiment. Kaon decay into pion and 2 lepton. Which of the following decay is possible? Number 1, check the conservation of the charge. So conservation of the charge, because the total charge on the left and the right hand side should be equal. There is no conservation. The first one is charge is conserved. The second, we start with the charge, then we'll check a lepton and baryon number, but first start with the charge. Here charge is not conserved. Here charge is conserved. Here charge is also conserved. Then the second thing, whenever lepton is there, like example electron, so with electron there should be electron neutrino or anti-electron neutrino. Means the neutrino particle should be of same characteristic or same type. If it is it's a muon, so then it will be a muon neutrino. If it's a pion, if it is tau, not pion, if it is a tau, then it will be tau neutrino. So associated neutrino should be correct. Here muon is there, but the neutrino is of electron, so that's why this is not correct. Here electron is there, but neutrino is for muon, that is not correct. Here muon is there and neutrino is for muon, so that is correct. So A is the right answer. First we check the charge, then we can check even lepton number. If when I check the lepton number, you'll find it will not be balanced for rest. When carbon 14 is there, which row correctly shows the number of neutron and number of protons? So how many neutrons are there? Neutron, the difference will give you the 14 minus 6, so that is 8, and number of proton, that is 6. So C is the right answer, that's correct. Then in a linear accelerator, successive drift tubes are increasing in length. But keep in mind that electron take the same time to cross each. Speed is increasing, distance increase, but the ratio between distance and speed remain constant. That's why electron will take the same time to cross each of them. So we check the option. The time spent by particle tube increases. That is wrong. The time spent by a particle in successive tube stays the same. That is true. Like if electron is taking 2 seconds here, it will take 2 seconds, it will take 2 seconds. But the only difference here, its speed will be slow. Here speed will be fast. But the time here, distance is short, here distance is more. So time taken in each of the tube will always be same in the linear particle accelerator. The particle gain more energy in successive tubes, not more energy, it gain the equal amount of energy. Like example, if it gain 10 joule of energy here, same amount of 10 joule of energy other side, other tube. The frequency of accelerating voltage can be increased. No, we keep the frequency constant. So every time when the electron is coming here, it will experience the attraction. Every time when it comes, it will experience the attraction. Then a ball of mass m with the initial velocity v strike a wall perpendicular and bounce off with the same but in opposite direction. Which of the following is a mean force? So change in momentum is actually a change in momentum mv minus mu divided by t will give us the force. So if it was mass m is there moving with velocity v, when it bounces off, mass m is there, but the velocity will be minus v. Why minus v? Because it is in opposite direction. So here momentum will be mv, here momentum will be minus mv. To calculate the change in momentum, that is a final minus initial. So final is minus mv and initial is minus mv because it is same divided by t. So minus mv, so minus 2 mv divided by t. So it matches with option D. Then proton and electron are moving in the same in a magnetic field which is perpendicular. The force is acting into the pitch. So the force is acting into the pitch. You will use left hand for positive particle. The index finger, your first finger, point towards the field, the south. The second finger represent the direction of the particle. And your thumb will represent the force or the deflection. So when I apply, magnetic field is into and particles are moving in this way. So when I use the left hand, index finger, my index finger should point into, second represent direction of the particle. So force is toward the left hand side. So it means the proton should go left. If proton is going left, electron should go right. So which diagram figure? Proton is going left. That is either C can be an answer or D can be an answer. But then which one deviate more? Because electron is having a less mass, so it deviate more. Proton is having more mass, so it deviate less. So that's why C is the right answer. Is it clear, discussion? So this was January 2017.